was the scariest Halloween of my life when I was diagnosed. It was in October of '98, and the doctors told me I had a synovial sarcoma, which is a soft tissue cancer in my leg. And it was actually the first time I'd ever seen my dad cry, and it was just complete shock. I had no family history of cancer. I never knew anybody who had cancer, and shock is the only way to describe how I could react to that. I figured out that there was something wrong with my leg when I ran into my bed and it swelled up just kind of like a muscle knot. And it was warm to touch, and it slowly got bigger, and then it was harder to walk and became a little painful. So I did all the tests and the CAT scans, and finally a biopsy showed that it was a cancerous tumor. I did radiation, chemotherapy, surgery, physical therapy, and it was pretty intensive for about a year or so. Well, unfortunately, because the chemo was so strong and so potent to my system, that I would go in for about a few days of intensive treatment, and then I'd go home, but then I would pick up any type of illness, and then I'd be right back in the hospital because my blood count was so low, so that I was infected with some sort of illness here or there, even if it's just the common cold. So then I resorted to wearing a mask, and even at one point I got so sick from the chemo that I had to have a feeding